Welcome everyone, my name is Mr. McGregor, and in this video we're going to be looking at energy. By the end of this video you'll be able to describe different forms of energy and identify some different energy transformations. All of the different types of energy can be grouped as either kinetic energy or potential energy. First of all, we're going to look at kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy that all moving objects have. For example, the skier, he's moving rapidly down the hill, therefore he has kinetic energy. Sound and heat both involve vibrating particles. In the case of sound, it's vibrations in the air, and in case of heat, it's vibrations within the hot objects. So both of those are types of kinetic energy. Light and radiant energy are also forms of kinetic energy because they involve movement as well. Electric current is the movement of charge, so it is a form of kinetic energy. It's the flow of electrons through a circuit. The other type of energy is potential energy, and this is when there is energy stored in an object. For example, gravitational potential energy is the energy in this man because of his position. He's at the top of the cliff and he has the potential to fall down. Another type is chemical potential energy. For example, in this hamburger, there is stored energy which our bodies can access. Or in this battery, it's got stored chemical energy which can be converted into electrical energy. A third type is elastic potential energy. When the archer draws back the bow, that is storing energy inside that bow, ready to be released. Or when you go bungee jumping and that elastic comes tight, it's storing energy inside the elastic. Now for the law of conservation of energy. This states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred or transformed. For example, when playing golf, the kinetic energy of the golf club is transferred to the ball, and the ball rolls away with kinetic energy. Or in this car crash, the kinetic energy of the first car, when it crashes into the second car, it transfers kinetic energy to the second car. Or in this case, in a firework, the stored chemical potential energy is transformed or changed into another type of energy, in this case, light and heat. Or in our bodies, we take the stored chemical potential energy from our food and we turn it into kinetic energy, which we can use to run a race. Or plants. Plants take the radiant energy from the sun and transform or change that energy into stored chemical potential energy, which they use to grow. In some situations, energy can be transformed to another type and then transferred to another object. For example, in this cannon, when the gunpowder is ignited, the stored chemical potential energy is transferred into heat, which results in an expansion of the gases, which means that the energy is transferred to the cannonball, and the cannonball leaves with a lot of kinetic energy. So now you should be able to describe different forms of energy, both kinetic and potential energy, and identify different energy transformations that are happening in a situation.